and game face. Dennanannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannannann 5. It's week 5. Tim, how's it going, buddy?
Very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well now that I'm not working and here talking to you. How are you?
Excellent. Well, I'm great now that I have been done working for 5 hours now.
You're about ready to
And
get started working again.
yeah, I'm ready to go to bed. So let's wrap this up quick
Yeah.
here so I can get my sleep.
All right, all right.
Anyway, welcome back everybody for week 5 picks. We're going to keep it short and sweet. We're going to analyze what one of the biggest games of the year for us Vikings fans. It is the Vikings and Packers. So, Casey, why don't you start us off with your expert analysis as usual? Who wins and why?
Well, Tim, you're flattering me. I'm turning red now. That was
That's just
awfully
your
kind
shirt.
of you. That was really nice of you. Well, here's what I think. I think that it all is dependent upon whether Teddy Bridgewater plays or not. Think of this as a reverse, not a reverse, just kind of a similar situation to when the Vikings went into Green Bay for the wild card playoff game a couple years ago. And we thought Christian Ponder was going to be our quarterback, and then Joe Webb played. Well, if Christian Ponder plays, we are going to have a Joe Webb-like performance and outcome. We will get beat by the Green Bay Packers if Christian Ponder plays instead of Teddy Bridgewater. And not because I'm so drunk on the Teddy Kool-Aid that I think one game into the NFL, one start into the NFL, he's a top 5 quarterback. But I do think he's markedly better than Christian Ponder, and he's such an exciting player. It's fun to see where he's headed, but it's all dependent upon Teddy, man.
Score?
Well, I don't think he's going to play. I mean, if he doesn't play on Thursday, he gets 2 full weeks of rest. You know, trying to rush him back short week, who knows? I read something that said it might depend on the weather. If it's a really slick surface, maybe they don't play him. I think he's got the cojones to really sack up and play, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go Ponder and we get beat 27-13.
Ugh. Well, I picked against the Vikings last week, and you're right. It's depends a lot on whether or not Teddy Bridgewater does play. One thing it also depends on is whether or not our defense can force turnovers. In the games that we've won this year, Harrison Smith has had an interception. You know, we have had Josh Robinson has played phenomenal in those games, and I think that is more key to our winning games right now, maybe even more than our offense. Granted, our offense did show up for the first time this year, really, once Teddy Bridgewater played, and it was magical. And I am drunk on the Kool-Aid, and I think he is a top 5 quarterback, whether you like it or not. However, going into Lambeau is always tough. Even if Bridgewater plays, it's going to be a tough game. The Packers went into Soldier Field last week and lit up the Bears. Aaron Rodgers looks like he's kind of back to his old form. But the Bears have a really bad defense also. So if we can put pressure on them, like the Bears were unable to, and maybe force the turnovers, like Harrison Smith has shown that he's able to do, if Josh Robinson plays like the top 10 cornerback he has been and covers Jordy Nelson, I mean, I think we got a solid chance with or without Teddy Bridgewater. Because if our defense can get to Aaron Rodgers, make a mistake, have our defense score, I think we can win with Ponder. So regardless of whether it's Bridgewater or Ponder, I say we win. But if it's with Bridgewater, we win 31-21. If it's Ponder, we win 23-21.
My God, you think that? My gosh, that's what I meant to say. I can't believe you think that with Christian Ponder we would still manage to score 23 points. They are so scared to death to let him throw the football that it's amazing.
Okay, so 23 points. We're going to take away 7 because our defense is going to score. So we're at, let me do math, 16.
16.
We're not going to.
That's 1 touchdown and 3 field goals.
Yeah, there you go. It's 3 field goals from Blair Walsh, and Jarek McKinnon or Matt Asiata scores a touchdown. Does that sound that unreasonable for Christian Ponder? 1 touchdown
Yes.
because he does a jet sweep with Cordero Patterson.
But what about all the pick sixes the Packers will have?
Well, it's going to be a Minnesota Gophers-esque run game between Jarek McKinnon and Matt Asiata. They're going to rack up like 290 yards rushing.
You are I think you're sleep deprived. You're so close to your bedtime. You're losing sight of the realism of the
How
Minnesota
poor
Vikings
the
team.
Packers defensive line is. Matt Forte had like 160 all-purpose yards against them last
That's true.
week.
I mean, we've talked about it. Latroy Guion starts for them. Yeah, they got
Oof.
2 good edge rushers, but it doesn't mean squat if you can't stop the run.
You mean washed up Julius Peppers? Have
Yeah,
you
I said good, not great.
has he had a sack this season?
I don't know.
To the
You
interweb.
look that up. I'm gonna keep ripping you. Um,
Okay.
Josh Robinson, top 10 cornerback in the NFL.
Why
He
not?
doesn't even start.
He's on the field a lot.
He is. That is true. I will say that he's much improved over what he's shown his first couple seasons, which is um, nice to see. He's played well, but um, I'm still scared to death of this Packers offense. They didn't have one drive that took longer than 4 minutes and 3 seconds against the Bears, and they scored 38 points. Tempo, get up and go. Some of that's turnovers that they forced and got a short field, but Minnesota has to take away big plays and easy plays and make Green Bay, if they're going to score, grind it out a little bit. Because if you give up big plays at Lambeau, the momentum isn't on your side, and you're in for a long night.
Our defense is better than the Chicago Bears defense. And Julius Peppers has
It is, but we did
one
not
sack
play.
in 4 games. So he's on pace for 4 sacks this season. Neat.
Nice.
Anyway,
Minnesota's defense did not play well against Atlanta. The offense
well,
won
they
that
did play
game
well against
for
New
the
Orleans
Vikings,
and New England
and
and St. Louis.
that's true. They played well. I'll give you that.
They
They're going to need to play.
held Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints to 20 points at the Superdome.
They're going to need to play really well to beat the Packers.
Are you claiming that the Packers offense is better than Drew Brees and the Saints?
This season, absolutely.
So,
Abso-frickin-lutely.
okay, well, that's still fine. So as long as they hold them to less points than we held Atlanta by about 20.
Okay, as long as Teddy B sees the field, I think we're good. Let's talk about the fact that Greg Jennings, basically in not so many words, told, I think it was ESPN, how much better Minneapolis is than Green Bay.
Everybody knows that. Like
He didn't want to say.
Well, I mean,
he's verbalizing it.
He might not have been claiming that the Vikings team is better than the Packers teams he played on, but as a city, living in Minneapolis has to be far superior to living in Green Bay. Let's be honest.
That's true. He called people in Green Bay dumb. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. He said that there's great educational opportunities there as well, but they're better here.
You mean University of Minnesota and Green Bay Tech aren't don't stack up.
I think he's taking night classes at St. Thomas.
Uh, Also, St. Thomas is better than Green Bay Tech. I'm just
That's
making
not
that
a
up.
school.
I don't know. All right, moving on. NFC North
Oh, goodness.
Division. Chicago at Carolina. Who wins and a score? I don't care about why.
Carolina's due. They played pretty bad, I think, a couple weeks in a row against Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Hopefully, it's not a sign of things to come because I'd really love to see them beat the stinking Bears and my least favorite head coach, Mark Trestman. I don't know why I hate him so much. I just do.
Uh, so Carolina wins. All right. I'm going to agree. I think they're going to bounce back, and I don't like Jay Cutler, really. So Buffalo at Detroit.
Jay Suckler, according to Tori Prawl and Luke Cutler.
Buffalo at Detroit.
Oh, Detroit, man, they're on fire right now. I gotta give credit to that defense because they've put up a couple very impressive weeks in a row against the Jets and the Packers, and I think those 2 weeks combined have given up only like 20 some points, which is remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so hey, man, they're like the Kansas City Royals. Go Lions.
Uh, have the Lions been in the playoffs in the last 29 years? I think so, right?
I think yeah, they have like twice. They've been to the
Yeah.
playoffs in like 60 years, like 6 times max.
Awful. Yeah.
That's pretty horrible.
That's why they have the Tigers and Red Wings, I guess. I
Yeah.
agree. Detroit wins. Buffalo started off so exciting winning at Soldier Field, but they are not that team. They got lucky or something was in the Gatorade. They had Michael's magic stuff. I don't know. Detroit wins probably in a blowout. And that's all we have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Casey, closing comments.
Man, it feels good to end a hard day of work making some picks with you, Tim, and tomorrow should be an exciting night. I hope we have a chance to be incommunicado.
You have my number. Once we could text each other.
Oh, it's like instantaneous communication. We don't have to use our voices. I love
No,
everything about that.
absolutely. We will talk to you tomorrow then, Casey. The rest of you have a good night.